Hey there, welcome to another episode of my marketing radio show. I'm your host Surya, and I was asking this question today, and I was deep diving in that, and there were a few things which I believe were so profound, which I found, and I wanted to share that with you today. And the question which I was asking myself was, who should I model after for my campaigns? And this is whatever I'm going to share. It's not just for campaigns. This is something that you can model for like funnels. You can model it for your copy. You can model it for your content. Anything. All you have to do is look at what I'm sharing and see how you can add your own twist and make it aligned with your industry that you're in or niche that you're in. Cool. So with that said, let's get started. And by the way, some of you reached out to me and asked me how we can work on a project when it comes to offers and launches for your offers. And the best place for you to go sign up for is at coachmesurya.com. I'll hook up the link in the below description if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on Facebook, go in the below comments, and if you're listening to this, you'll find it in the below notes, so that you go to coachmesurya.com. I'll share all the details on that page. Cool. So anyways, that's it. Let's come back. And hang on a second. Let me make sure that I am with the process. And by the way, I have my notes here if you're watching this. If you have no notes, if you're not prepared for it, do not talk. Learn that very quickly. And always have a framework of what you're going to talk. Okay. If you're watching this on YouTube, these are the notes for the episode that I'm going to talk today, which I'm super pumped for. So anyways, where should we start? Okay, here we go. So have you ever heard of the phrase or the sentence that many A-level influencers speak, like model what's already working? The first time that I ever heard of this phrase was from Mr. Tony Robbins, and it was not just him. I've heard it from Peng Joon, I've heard it from Graziosi, I've heard it from Russell Brunson, and all these A-level influencers were saying that model what's already working, do not be a pioneer. So I was like, okay, cool. So I immediately started looking for people who I can model from. I was looking at these A-level influencers, and I was understanding their copy, I was understanding their funnel, I was looking at their content strategy, I was looking at their ads, and I was dissecting them, and at the end of the day I started modeling them, which was awesome. And even though I was modeling them, there was this unshakable feeling where I felt like there was something missing in whatever I'm doing, because whatever I'm doing is not working for me, which is kind of bad, because it was working for them and it was not working for me. So I was like thinking deeper on why isn't it working for me, and I was looking at what they were doing and looking at what I was doing, and quickly I realized that the goal of the campaign that they are running is different than the goal of the campaign that I am running. Let me give an example. The goal of the campaign, for instance, the goal of the campaign of Mr. Russell Brunson can be webinar signups, webinar registrations. On the other hand, on the contrary, the goal of my campaign is getting high-ticket coaching deals, getting high-ticket coaching clients for my business. And I was like, okay, the goals are different here. The goal of my campaign is different than the goal of the other campaign. So this might be it. I did not know exactly back then. This might be it. So I was like, okay, the bad feeling that I had was this. It was because the campaign goal wasn't matching. So I started looking at what other people were doing who were similar to my goal, the campaign goal that I had. And I started modeling them. And pretty quickly I realized that I started modeling. Like I had, if they had a copy on their landing page, I had similar copy, not the exact one. Modeling is not copying. No, do not copy. Excuse me. So if they had an image, I had an image. If they were driving traffic from Facebook, I was driving traffic from Facebook. If they were doing video ads, I was having video ads. Similar. And immediately I realized that, okay, I was doing everything that my competition were doing. How am I going to stand out from my competition? Because I do not want to be in the herd, right? You need to stand out from your competition for your customers to come to you. So I was like, okay, what should I do now? How can I stand out from my competition? Definitely back then I did not know the answer. So I started looking at what the A-level influencers were doing, what Russell was doing, what Tony was doing. And I started looking and I was like, hang on a second. I was modeling from these people. Who were they modeling from? Because these are the giants of the industry. Who else is left in the industry for them to go and model after? And I know that these people stand after that model what's already working. They are not the people who pioneer in the way. And I was like, wow, they might be doing something. There should be some place that they might be going to find something that they model after, right? So I was, instead of looking at all people, I started looking at only one person. I started analyzing what the one person was doing, the one person who I look up to when I have any kind of challenge, Russell. So I started analyzing what Russell was doing, what he was doing, and interestingly, I found something crazy. What he was doing was he was modeling what was already working in the health market, and he was taking the concepts and implementing in the wealth niche. I was like, wow. If you do not understand what I'm sharing here, Russell talks about 3 core markets that every business falls under. Yours, mine, any business would fall under these 3 markets. And the 3 markets are health, wealth, and relationship. I already talked about this 3 markets in another video. I would hook up the video link in any of in the above or below. Watch that video. It will be super fun. So Russell was actually taking the concepts that were already working in the health market, that many people were using in the health market, and he found a way to adapt to the industry that he is in, and he was implementing in that market. Because since he was taking these concepts from a different market, the people who are in the wealth market never saw those advertisings or never saw those campaigns, and they started working. That was so profound. It was so genius of Russell. And immediately I was like, okay, cool. Now, what market should I model from? Because I was in the energy, I was in super pumped up to understand what market can I model after. Let me save you the time rather than picking one market. Look at, if you are in the health market, go to wealth and relationships. If you are in the relationship market, go to health and wealth. If you are in the wealth market, go to health and relationship market and see what is working in that market. You do not have to niche down. I specifically do not want to niche down in the industry that I am not in. I do not understand the industry yet. So I want to go find the red ocean in that industry, and I want to see what the top influencers in that industry or in that market are doing. For instance, if I'm in the wealth niche, I do not have to take an example. I'm in the wealth niche. If I have to create campaigns, I'm going to go into health and wealth niche or market. Market and niche are not the same. I'm going to go into health and wealth markets. I'm going to go into the red ocean in those markets and see what the top influencers in that market are doing. And I'm going to take them and model in the wealth market. When I'm doing across markets, then that's something new. And then I'm going to definitely stand out in front of my audience. And this is something that you can use for offers. This is something that you can use for funnels. This is something that you can use for copy. All you have to find out is who to model after in the other markets, not in your market. Makes sense? In fact, let me give you an example. How many of you have realized that challenges have been really getting popular nowadays? Right? I've been seeing challenges like 15-day challenge, 21-day challenge, 30-day challenge, like a lot. And in fact, let me share you this. The challenges actually came from the health market. In fact, Russell's One Funnel Away challenge is taken from the health market. Challenges in the health market have been in existence even before the One Funnel Away challenge existed. All Russell did was he looked at what was working in the other market. He took the concepts and implemented in the wealth market. And that resulted in One Funnel Away challenge. And now One Funnel Away challenge is like the front end of the ClickFunnels, front end of the value ladder. If you do not know what different stages of a value ladder are, that's something that we'll be going deep diving on in the next few episodes, and it will be super crazy. I'm going to not hold myself back. So that's something that's super exciting as well. So anyways, if you want to model, do not model from your competition. Model what's already working in the other markets and take those concepts and implement in your market. I'm hitting this a lot. I need to find a way not to hit the mic. So that's the big aha moment for me. And by the way, if you want to work with me, go to coachmesurya.com and you will find a way. And again, this is something that I wanted to share. If you're not publishing, I want to save you the time. If you're not publishing, then there is no way that we are going to work together. So if you are publishing and if you want me to work with you on your offers and launches of your offers, go to coachmesurya.com and we'll find a way for us to work together. Sure? See ya. Bye. Catch you in the next episode.